Author Terri Favro's latest novel, Sisters Sputnik, takes in the world of comics, time travel, alternative universes, racism, populism, and even Frank Sinatra. And some of it takes place right in her hometown of St. Catharines, disguised here as its original name, Shipman's Corners. Terri, my favorite character is back too, and you know who that is.
Oh, it's got to be Bum Bum.
It's got to be Bum Bum.
It's
You
got to
know
be Bum
that.
Bum.
We've talked about him before. He is I wouldn't say a crucial character, but he's sort of that comfort person that the Debbie Reynolds Biondi keeps going back to.
I would say the Bum Bum is the moral center of the book, and Bum Bum manages to appear in every single book I write now. And he's kind of a crook, but he's always kind of the moral center. He's always the one who kind of points out to Debbie when she's, going a little off base.
As a crook, he can recognize that, right?
Oh yes, he's a handy crook. He does all sorts of wonderful crooked things for Debbie, but he also has a real kind of ethical heart. He has a lot of heart.
This is sort of a sequel to Sputnik's Children in a way.
Very much.
And it riffs again on that idea that every time there was a nuclear blast, an alternate reality, an alternate universe has opened up. And Debbie Reynolds Biondi can jump from all of these realities.
Yes, so she can move around within, what is increasingly being known as the multiverse. And we're seeing this in other, different forms of art right now. There's a movie out that plays with the same idea. I think it's called Anywhere, Anytime, I haven't got the right name. It's a Michelle Yeoh movie, but same idea, that there's this multiverse of many worlds, and that there are some people who can move between these realities. So even to the point of, possibly meeting other versions of themselves.
You've always loved comic books, and you've written comic books, and you incorporate comic books. Debbie Biondi is a comic book artist and writer, but there's another comic book, Future Man, that comes in play here. And this is a really scary treatise on, I guess, racism and populism.
Yeah, and I guess the reason that you're seeing that there, it is a sequel to Sputnik's Children, and after Sputnik's Children came out, in that period of time, which is 2017, we started to see the world changing in unexpected ways, and the rise of populism, and sort of, I would actually say people being given permission to be racist is kind of what I observed. I live in East End Toronto now, and in a extremely multi-ethnic area, and one of the things that seemed to be disturbing and arising more and more were people being told to go back where they came from, which I thought that kind of thing had sort of died out a long time ago. I mean, that was the type of thing even my own parents would have heard as kids, and it's back. And that does play a big role in the book, as well as, yes, many other things, the quantum leaping. But I think one thing that really triggered it for me was hearing that people were starting to hear that horrible phrase again, go back where you came from. And also that I had someone of my generation, or a little older, say to me at one point, probably before the pandemic, but maybe around 2017, 2018, sometimes it feels like we're going back in time.
Terri, that is part of your theme as well with the time jumping. May 17th is the release date. I understand you're already getting some attention from CBC Books.
That was exciting. They had it on a couple of lists, most recently spring books they can't wait to read, and I'm like, yes. So it can be read as a standalone as well as a sequel to Sputnik's Children, but yeah, there's a lot going on, but it is, and it's a comedic book in a lot of ways, but it is a commentary also on what we see in the world around us now and where that could be going in the near future.